It's a great day, my amazing CEOs. Imagine this: a team expected to perform at their best, but they're struggling. And that's exactly what's happened with Coach Stas, by the way. He was faced with this exact same problem with the Army rowing team. Now here's the challenge. Despite the varsity team having the best players, the strongest players, they were still consistently losing to the junior varsity team who had the, I would say, not so strong players. And we know this is not how it's supposed to go, is it? Absolutely not. Now, the varsity team admittedly had a major issue. They lacked leadership. It seemed as though there was no trust there. It seemed as though people didn't know their role. And as a result, individuals were rowing in different directions. The team wasn't all coming together in one unity, going after one goal, making sure that they were able to achieve that, given all the tools and resources they have. And isn't that what teams need right now? They need the right tools, absolutely. They need to have the right leadership, we would agree. There's got to be trust, and there's got to be common goals that everyone is leaning towards the exact same direction. This was the Army's rowing team, okay? These were bright, smart, intelligent individuals at all different levels, from the coach all the way down to the varsity team. So Coach P had about a week before the big championship, and he decided to make a change. Now, isn't that how life is? Sometimes we've got to make that change. And he said, we're going to establish who is the leader of this team. We're going to establish the role for each individual in this team. And I'm going to ask everyone just to focus on their area. Isn't it true that you get what you focus on? Here's my big takeaway. Here's how it relates to sales. It's all about effective sales leadership. Now, as the CEO of the company, we've always got to have a focus on sales. Yes, we've got to have goals. Got it, Shay. Yes, we got to have a positive environment. Got it, Shay. Yes, everyone has to understand their roles. Got it, Shay. But the most important part that we can have is effective sales leadership. There's everyone going towards a common goal. And it's not just sales. It's about serving, because selling equals service. Take that away. Raise your standards with your sales leadership, and I promise you, you'll see much, much, much bigger results. With that being said, my name, by the way, is Shay Brown. Welcome to the CEO Sales Huddle. Repeat after me, if you would. Repeat after me as you're welcome aboard. Repeat after me just these words. This is our mantra, one of our mantras here. If you can't focus on sales, you can't be in business. No, seriously. Let's say that one more time. If you can't focus on sales, you can't be in business. You see, as a CEO, every day we need to look and say these words: learn, earn, return. Repeat after me: learn, earn, return. Every day a CEO needs to look at their business and say those words. And then on the other side, this is something we say every single day, because I believe it's important as leaders to have focus. If you can't focus on your sales, you just can't be in business. That is true. I have to learn something new. Repeat after me. I have to learn something new in order to earn new revenue from current clients, in order to get new and old clients to return. So our objectives are very, very clear. We have 3 objectives during our time here. Our number one objective is to focus on the sales progress. How are the sales progressing? Where are we at this point in the month? Where are we in this point of the week? Heck, where are we in this point of the day for some of you? I got a text last week. Thank you for the text. I don't mention names, but they said, Shay, I'm focused on where I'm at right now in the day, not waiting till the end of the week. Congratulations to you, by the way. We address any roadblocks. That's super important no matter where we go and what we do. And number 3, we understand the 5 pillars that every CEO needs to know in order to grow their business and to make money. Now, the 5 pillars, for those folks that might be joining, we'll go over a little later, or joining for the very first time, let me make sure you have those. The 5 pillars are sales planning, important; sales cycles, important; sales positioning, important, obviously; sales indicator, and your sales team. These are the 5 pillars that every single day that we need to be 100% focused on. Make sure I get this right. So for those folks that are joining for the very first time, again, I want to go and just do a quick overview, which I love to do. For the very folks that are here every single morning at 8 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, welcome, welcome, welcome. I'm so glad you're here. Thanks for joining, by the way. What is the purpose? What is our mission? Why do we do this every single day? We do this this CEO Sales Huddle is where CEOs gather to understand how to sell more faster. I know you're already doing it. I know you're already amazing. I know you're already incredible. But I wanted a place to come to because one did not exist where we could come together for one purpose and one purpose only, and that is to sell more faster. So why? Why should you show up? Why should you mark your calendar? Why should you make sure you have your notifications turned on? Or why should you go back and watch the replay if you missed this? It's about 3 reasons. Number one, it's about sales growth. It's about growing the sales. Not can I sell? Not am I already good at sales? Not I'm already a rock star at sales. No, it's about sales growth. What's the percentage that my sales are growing month over month, week over week, or even day over day? Number 2, it's about accountability. We'll often do more for others than we'll do for ourselves. So just the fact that you showed up means you're in the conversation about sales. When you're in the conversation about sales as a CEO, you're more likely to drive your team forward. And if you are the team, you've got a lot of roles to play if you're everything in your business. Sometimes sales is not one of the ones you focus on. So by coming to here, you're able to focus on the one area that you know if you can't focus on sales, you can't be in business. And last, it's consistency. We've heard it before that consistency is the key. Consistency is the key. Consistency is the key. Having said that, what do most people struggle with the most anyway? Yeah, pretty much consistency. Yeah, that's what they pretty much struggle with. So how long is it? Typically 15 minutes. Each day we go over the CEO sales dashboard, which we're going to do in the moment. 15 minutes. That's it. 15 minutes. Sometimes we do what I call CEO sales overtime, right? CEO sales overtime, and we go into CEO overtime, and that's when I do some extra training. What is the outcome that you look to achieve by being here? $100,000 per month of consistent, predictable, reliable income. $100,000 per month of consistent, predictable, reliable income. Pretty good goal to have, I believe. And there is no barrier other than your commitment to show up for yourself and your business. So it's just 15 minutes. 15 minutes a day. 15 minutes a day. I believe you do 15 minutes a day, 365 days. I think that's about 100 hours. So you could have easy 100 hours of just showing up, not to do anything, but just show up. And then that in part of life, just showing up. So let's go into the most important segment, I believe. I think they're all important. And we have a couple of segments coming up that I think are important. But one is the CEO sales dashboard. And this is when you open up your Excel sheet. Now we're doing a remake, so we're gonna send you a new one out. If you haven't received it, go over to www.ceosaleshuddle.com. Again, www.ceosaleshuddle.com. Make sure that you register there. Once you register, you'll get the notifications. You'll get all the information early. But there's 5 areas that we like to review. 5. The first one, and this is going to take you less than 2 minutes to do, is leads. So take a look at it. Hopefully yesterday your assistant or you plugged in that number yesterday. How many leads came into the organization yesterday? We all agree that a lead is just where you have a first name, last name, phone number, and email. It means you can contact them. Some of you are advanced. You're looking at how many engaged leads are now inside of there. That's cool. And then some of you are double advanced, and you're looking at how many qualified leads came in. But it all starts with a lead. Number 2, the appointments. Take a look at your calendar right now. How many appointments do you have scheduled for today? Now, it could be an appointment to talk to someone about the business and how you can solve a problem. Got it? That's pretty cool. It could be an appointment to talk about a collaboration, because collaboration crushes competition. One of my 12 rules for life. Collaboration crushes competition. That's cool. Maybe that's what you're going to be talking about. Maybe it's you're going to be on the phone today talking to someone about interviewing them to be a sales rep, where you're going to pay them 100% commission and they're going to sell your products or services. Doesn't matter. Look at the appointments. But the number one appointment I want you to look at first is how many appointments do you have to let someone know how you solve a problem? Now, there's appointment setting. So you look at your calendar for today and rest of the week. That's how many are set. Now, look at last week And look how many appointments you actually ran yesterday. Like how many people did you set appointment, but they showed up? See, there's appointment setting, that's one skill set, and there's appointment running, that's another skill set. Some people are really good at telling people, let's meet, let's get together, but they haven't really quantified it. And others, they're really good at getting people to show up. Again, this is not a training session now. This is just what we, as CEOs, we don't beat ourselves up. We're doing a metrics review, and it's fair. Next one is offers. How many offers were extended? I mean, you made an offer. I'm at an event. I'm there. The host does not make an offer. The host is a little concerned because they didn't make any money at their event. Well, the reason they didn't make any money at the event, and I said, well, did you make an offer? Well, they said no, but no one came up to me to talk to me about, working with me. Well, you didn't make an offer, okay? So now there's a couple of offers you could make. You could make an offer to a qualified lead that was on a qualified appointment, and you were making an offer for them to take the next step to move home or to purchase from you. You could be making an offer for someone to give you referrals. But let's start with the obvious, the revenue offer. You made an offer. If you didn't make an offer, it's okay. Maybe you don't make those every day. That's okay. But if you did make an offer for someone to buy from you, did you make an offer for someone to meet with you? I was teaching this weekend, and one of the things I share with them is how I even reach out, and I use one of the platforms. Hopefully it's still around by the time, if y'all watching the replay of this, maybe it won't be around, but it's called LinkedIn. And I reach out to 5 folks a day. Now, they don't always return. Like, I don't know these individuals, but I make an offer for them to get to know me, for me to get to know them. Kind of cool, right? Okay, let's go to deals. Deals is how many deals came in. It either happened or it didn't. Now, some of you are measuring just cash deals. That means you close the deal, you got the credit card, or you close the deal, you got the contract, you close the deal, it's done. The money's in the bank. Woo! Congratulations. Doesn't it always feel good when that happens? And then there's others of you out there who are watching and you're listening. You say, well, I consider a deal closed when someone gives me a referral. That's a very high qualified lead. Some of you measure deals by someone agreeing to collaborate. It doesn't matter what you're measuring right now. I want you to have it inside your spreadsheet. And then the last one is repeat business. Of the business that came in, how much of that was repeat business? How much of that revenue came in that was from a client that was already with you? We always take a few moments, and I love to stop and do this because I believe this is very important. It's the heart of the business. All right, now let's go now to 2 more segments that we do. And one is called Celebrate Wins. And this is when we step back and we look at, let me take this down here. Wrong one. I think it's this one. No. Here we go. There we go. What are you most proud of the accomplishments for where you were 7 days ago? I'm going to give you 7 days. So some of you do it every day. I just want you to look at yesterday. What are you most proud of yesterday? What was your biggest accomplishment yesterday? What do you want to brag about yesterday? Now, if yesterday was your day off, you say, I took a day off yesterday. Cool. Nothing wrong with that. Maybe you just took a day off. But we want to celebrate wins. Oftentimes we beat ourselves up, and I haven't read anywhere in all the books I read, 10,000, maybe 100,000 hours of audio and video that I've watched and listened to. Haven't read or heard anywhere yet or seen that when you beat yourself up, you do a better job. So we're not going to do that to ourselves, okay? No, under no circumstances. What do you want to brag about today? You just want to say, I just want to let you know this is what's going on with me. Kind of cool. Now we're going to go into another segment called roadblocks. What was your biggest roadblock yesterday? Not last month, not 90 days ago, not at the beginning of the year, yesterday. And what's preventing you today? Now, if it's something from your past and you say, I've got some things I'm dealing with in my past, you might not have done that. You might have been responsible for what took place in the past, but it's still your problem today. So you got to do something to help you move forward today. Take a baby step today. And what is the one thing? It's one of my favorite. I love that. But what's the one thing that you could do that if you did it, it could move your life and or business forward? It's all about the 5 pillars. And I love to share this. I never get tired of doing this because as a CEO, there are 3 things you must do. You must learn, you must earn, and you must return. And if you can't focus on sales, you can't be in business. Shayism, I love saying that. That's what we say every single time we start the CEO sales huddle. If you can't focus on sales because you're too busy, you just can't be in business. So there are 5 pillars. Pillar number 1 is sales planning. I'm going to go through that briefly today. I know we just hit the 15-minute mark, so we're in CEO overtime, which we'll move on in a moment. Sales cycles, that's the revenue that's coming in. Where are they in the customer journey? Sales positioning is our messaging and how we're positioning ourselves in the minds of our prospects. Sales indicators, that's our metrics review. That's where the numbers are. That's where it all goes down. And then there is the sales team. And the sales team, obviously, is how we're generating revenue with a team of folks that are out there. So let's talk about the next steps. Let's talk about the fastest path to the cash, because I believe for many of us, when we're in CEO overtime, let me go here. We're in CEO overtime. It's one of the areas that I enjoy most. I enjoy stepping back and doing a review. The segment we did on 30-day plan. For where we are now, there's 2 days left. I think today's whatever day it is, whenever you're watching this. But if you are, we're 48 hours away. I'll say that before the first of next month. And I always like to end with putting together our plan, because I believe that nothing gets us there better than at least having a plan. My father, Marshall Brown, he's no longer here with us, passed away May 4th, 2017. But one of the things he used to always say, always have a plan. Even if the plan don't work, you at least have a plan. You have an idea. You have a structure. You have something you're trying to do. And so I'm amazed how many folks do not have a sales plan. For many, many years, I didn't have a sales plan. Sometimes even today, I go month to month. I don't stop back and do my sales plan because I'll tell myself I have too much to do. I can't slow down. Something is always more important. But no, not for you. We talked about last week putting together a sales plan that at least gets us to $200,000 a month, kind of after the Tesla strategy, with a minimum goal of $100,000 a month. And a few categories I want to go over. For those that have sent me the sales plan, you can. You can send it to me on Facebook. You can send it to me on Messenger. IG is my jam, Instagram. LinkedIn, if that's your jam. Or you can email it to me, and I'll take a look at it. But there are a couple things we need to do. Number 1 is we need to look at our sales indicators, the vitals. We talked about leads, engaged leads, qualified leads. And we talked about that on day 1. And those are the most important critical factors to the entire company. Now, after day 1 last week, I'm just doing a review because some of you did the plan. Some of you sent me your leads. Congratulations. Again, I don't give stars and mention names because we're CEO level now, okay? So that means I am going to acknowledge you, and those that did it, you know who you are. But they sent me the number of leads they're looking at doing, which was very difficult to do, by the way, and then said, I think this is how many appointments I have, because most of us, myself included, that's an arbitrary number we do our best at. And then how are we going to turn our leads into engagements, our leads into an engaged lead? And that means a lead, just for once again, is just someone who we have the first name, last name, phone number, and email. We can talk to them. An engaged lead means they raised their hand and said, I'm interested. I have an interest, want, and desire. They opted in. They maybe contacted your office. Somehow they raised their hand. They're now at least engaged. We don't know if they're qualified yet, okay? Because some of you offer different products and different services, but we know they're engaged, okay? So the question was from that nurture sequence some people call it ecosystem, but from the time they came in to the time they get engaged, what are we going to do? And then we're talking about from the time they're engaged to the time that they convert. Very, 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 very important. Okay, let me make sure that I just want to show these 5, and then we're going to move on. Then there's the engagement to conversion. So how are we going to qualify them? Now, you had a plan. How many leads you have to come in? How many engaged leads you have? And then how many engaged leads does it take to get to the conversion, which is day 3. And then we talked about turning opportunity to deals, focusing on the one indicator that's one of our top 5 indicators, which is really appointments. You can put this in your notes. Nothing happens without an appointment. Nothing happens without an appointment. And inside the appointment is when we're going to share our sales positioning, which is how we're going to craft how we solve the problem. And then last was closing the deal. I know how exciting that is. That's always cool. At some point, we've got to close the deal. We've got to bring it down a home stretch. That's how we measure revenue. Some of you, when you first got started, you went to your sales dashboard. You went right to deals closed. And you looked at deals closed yesterday, deals closed 1 week ago, and deals closed for the month. And when you track that, the magic kind of happens. Here's why I say that. Leads are simple, just like losing weight is simple, like making money and compounding revenue is simple. But this is a principle of success that you would probably all agree with me, and that is what gets measured gets managed. What gets measured gets managed. And so we're going to focus not only on doing it, but we're going to focus on managing it as well. So here's what I want to share. If you can't focus on sales, as I close out, you can't be in business. And as a CEO, there's 3 things that we need to always focus on. Learn, earn, return. Repeat after me. I have to learn something new in order to earn new revenue from current clients, in order to get new and old clients to return. Learn, earn, return. Learn, earn, return. With that being said, I want you to know you're amazing. I want you to know you're incredible. You're one heck of a CEO. You're always getting better. And for you, your best is yet to come. Thanks for tuning in. I'll see you at the next CEO Huddle. God bless, and I wish you all success. Bye-bye.